Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand.
Good morning and welcome to the MyTarot.org daily reflection, morning meditation, all that other wonderful stuff. So I was getting ready to start this and it's like, I get a little bit in early, so I'm just kind of thinking about my cards. So it's amazing how we can become attached to inanimate objects. But I tell you what, this particular deck of cards here, I know that these are old-fashioned and haven't been, most people in this country don't read with these cards, even though they do in Europe, because this is the original deck from the 1700s. But I tell you what, one day this deck is going to wear out. And boy, am I going to be upset when that happens. I have a spare set. Same exact cards. But they're not going to be as used and loved as much as this particular deck here. So it's just kind of amazing, the things that we can become attached to. I wonder if I should do it like if you have a puppy. You know, when you have a puppy, you want to go ahead and bring in another, as that dog gets older, you want to bring in another puppy so that that dog can train that puppy. So I wonder if it's something like that. Maybe I should start using that deck also. Just kind of combine the usage of both so it gets used to me. So anyway, what are we doing? Believe it or not, I had already come in here and I had started relaxing. And then I saw issues with the computers and had to reboot it. So, but we are doing our daily reflection, our morning reflection. We're just kind of checking in with the universe and seeing if there's anything we didn't need to know. So, listening to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean is that reminder to breathe, relax our feet on the ground, relax our butt in the chair, relax our shoulders, relax our necks, and just remember that sometime during the day we're allowed to take 15 minutes to do nothing but breathe. Good morning, Lee. Isn't it an amazing Wednesday? It really is. So, boy, is it going to be busy though. But what does the universe have for us today? I really like that idea that the universe holds up a mirror and asks us what we see. And that the tarot gets to be that mirror. I need to really finish writing this book. I mean, I've got hundreds of pages written. And it's like, when you reach that block, and Jenna would totally know about this, and you just stop. So I need to get back on that. So let's see what we have for today. So I'm going to make our 3 stacks. Each one of these a different thread going out to the universe. Each one of these a different conversation. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's as if each one of these is a different path, because this conversation will lead down one path, this a different one, or this a different one. And again, I say this just out of habit because it reminds me that there's 3 choices here, and in life we're always full of different choices, and I have to trust my intuition. I have to believe that there is a reason why I'm going to pick, let's just blindly say, the bottom stack here. Which I like to think of sometimes as what's underneath, things that we can't see but might be influencing us. So it's just about honing our instincts. It's going to be different, I will tell you. Lee said she's going to buy my book. I'll give you an autographed copy before it's published. So, I'm going to flip each card over one at a time, just like they're the pages of a book. And look at what we have. We have death. We have the 13th card. So in the cycle of tens, because we use the numerology, I see it as different cycles. You have 1 to 10, then 11 to 20. You move through the cycle. So this is the 3, and 3s are about growth. This is that second cycle of growth. And so when we see the death card, it's about change. It's about transition. It's about growth. But sometimes it's not easy to move on. Sometimes it's not easy to let things go. Sometimes it's difficult because maybe there was something negative that happened and is forcing a change. But as Helen Keller said, that one door doesn't close without another one opening. And that's true. Or as I like to say it, life is full of crises. It's just the last one we don't survive. But this is about growth and being willing to accept that change and transitioning. But I'm curious to see what death is looking at. Okay, so out of 78 cards, there are only 22 trump cards, 22 majors. And now we have death looking at the star. And the star is about hope and faith and guidance. But there's a little bit more to that than when you see the star. There's a little bit more to it than just hope and faith. And it's based on the other cards around it. I was reading what Lee had said. You're going to have to sign my card. Oh, man. So then we move into the 2 of Cups. So this is more of a transition of a spiritual sense, feelings, emotions. Cups are about spirituality, emotions, feelings. They're the element of water. And when you bring 2 cups together, it's the coming together of 2. So this is a transition. And this is about following that star, having faith, having belief, even when maybe nobody else around can see that star. Maybe when somebody else doesn't have that faith that you do. Maybe this is just a need to trust the universe, to just go through that transition and know deep inside, this is the star that I need to follow. I need to have faith. I need to believe as we move forward. Because, again, this is about the coming together of something new. A seed gets planted with an ace. 2 is about balancing. So let's see what the advice card is and see which way this is flowing. Which is the 7 of Cups. Okay, so this is where I like to understand what's going on with the cards. 7s. 7s are about potential. 7s are about ambition. This card, when we see a 7 of Cups, this is about sometimes our desires, what we're hoping for, what we are desiring. What's that potential? What is that? And this is a card where we look up at the stars and we're just kind of daydreaming. Is it a relationship? Is it money? Is it a new job? Is it a new place to live? But this is not a very grounded reading. Because sometimes when we see the star and we're doing this hoping, I have a friend of mine who really hates it when I say this, but hope is not an action word. Hope is passive. Hoping, sometimes I like to say, hope and $3 will not even buy us a cup of coffee. Hope in the star is what guides us, but it doesn't mean that our feet are firmly planted on the ground. And the Seven of Cups, our feet are not planted on the ground. Even the vines, instead of like they're coming from something, in the ground, it shows here that these vines are even flowing from another cup. This is a card of looking up at the stars and not being grounded and seeing where we are in reality. So for today's reading, as we see this changes we all go through, whatever that change might be. Yes, hope and faith are important, but seeing things for the way they really are is even more important. We need to accept that, yes, we're going to find something new. It's finding that balance between our hopes and our dreams. And it's about that spiritual growth that comes from the change that happens and the dreams that we have. But twos are about finding that balance. We don't find a balance when we are not looking at the way things are, which is the Seven of Cups, but when we're looking at the way that we wish things were. So today, accept the challenges, have faith in overcoming our challenges, and then take that faith and use it as a strength to find a balance, that healthy balance, so that we can keep our feet on the ground and see the real choices before us, good, bad, or indifferent, and make our choices that way, but balanced between our desires and what is real, what we want, and what we need. So with that, I hope everybody here has that amazing day, amazing evening, afternoon, wherever you happen to be, whenever you happen to be. And I will be back here again tomorrow. Take care. And if you're in Florida, please really take care. With that, because that hurricane is coming along for the rest of the world, in case you don't know. And I do know people in Florida. So take care. I will be back here again tomorrow. And I will see everybody later. Take care, Maureen. Take care, everybody. Bye.